old days. We're having a whole weekend together, me and Mace.
Yeah, a working weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
And work on podcast shit.
Work on parky shit.
We've had quite the night.
So far, so good.
I've enjoyed it.
We've listened to a lot of old country.
Yeah, like 80s and 90s country music.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
We bought snacks for the weekend.
We sure did. We were moderately healthy.
Yeah, because usually I'm sure that everyone's gathered that anytime we record, that's like cheat night deluxe, you know? But it's like, since we're spending the whole weekend working, we're like, okay, well, we can't do that. So
no, we'll die.
Got snacks that aren't going to give us a coronary.
And something else very exciting happened tonight.
Oh my God.
We never want to like assume someone's going to do this for us.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like a dream.
It's
really.
just like, oh boy, if this ever happened. But for the first time ever tonight, someone has made fan art.
And it's so cute.
It's the cutest thing. It's by Miss Jenny Jacqueline.
Who is excellent.
Oh my gosh.
We were creeping her work, and she is
so
super
good.
stylistic and talented. Like,
we're just gonna blow it up and stick it on our houses.
Everything. I'm gonna tattoo it on my body. I love it.
She fucking nailed this drawing. Everything from Macy's jogger pants,
crop top, and almost harem pants.
Top harem pants, and she's literally herbs are materializing out of her hands.
Yeah, I'm like throwing leaves
into the air.
It's wonderful.
And she's got my big fucking hair. And the first thing I shouted to Macy when I saw this after was, oh my God, someone drew us, was, I'm in all black.
Yeah, and you're in like this gauzy black long skirt.
It's so good. So we're back again this week in the Murderworth studio. Guys, if you didn't listen to our last episode, like, we had a fucking ball listening to that one.
I have listened to it a couple times, honestly, just because I was just like, what on earth?
It's probably my favorite one within recent history that we've done.
Yeah, it was mine too. It was just fun.
It was a lot of good times. What are we talking about today?
Okay, here's the thing.
In the here and now.
This is something that I have been like, you know, when something comes to your attention and then you see it everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what that's called.
Confirmation
bias.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that happened, but it's also something that it's like the moment I've been seeing it, I'm just immensely interested in it. However, it's accidentally kind of similar to Jasmine, which I know I just did, but it's still very different.
Is this another installment of Macy's Little Hornies?
Not quite. So this does kind of keep love in the air, but it's much more. I'll get to that, but it's different from Jasmine, okay? But it's still a nice, heady floral scent, and I didn't really know because it's something I didn't know much about. I thought. Oh. I'm going to be talking about Ylang Ylang. So, you know, we do topics every single week, and they're always interesting, but you know when you hit one that just, like, you're captivated?
It piques a personal interest.
Yeah, and so this one really did for me. Yeah. It's just very interesting, and I end on, like, a very interesting historical thing about it that's not necessarily witchy, but I read it and was just like, whoa. So, I'm excited.
You turned into Gandalf?
I did, yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm super excited about it. I'm also excited to hear your story because you've been talking to me about it for days, saying how excited you are to tell me this wild ass story.
I am bursting at the seams for today's episode. I Marco'd Macy, told her, this is bananas. The story I have today is fucking bananas, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, and you were just like, I just want to tell it to you. It's all I want to do is tell it.
I did at several points, like during researching it, I would like call my mom or I'd come out to the living room and hang out with Clark for a bit. And I had to stop myself from telling this story. Yeah. Like it was wonderful. And so today I'm doing another installment of the Gods and Goddess series. Oh. And we've done 2 goddesses in a row. So I'm going with a god. And I wanted to stick with a spring theme, which was really hard. So much of this part of the year it's very feminine in nature.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of goddesses. It's the goddess time of the year right now. The only god that I saw, I mean, I saw a few, but the most popular one I saw was the Green Man.
Yeah.
Which
has already
we
been
already
done.
know that. I'm actually going to be talking about an Egyptian god.
Oh.
And Egyptian gods and goddesses fascinate me like almost no other thing in the world.
Are you talking about Horus?
No. But he ties in. And I have a whole separate page with phonetics, but I'm going to adopt the practice of take it and run with it. So I'm talking about Osiris.
Oh, yeah! Cool! I'm excited!
And this story is bonkers.
I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
I feel extra witchy after seeing us drawn.
I know. Oh my God. And our little conical hats.
Yes!
I love it.
All right, dude.
I think I'm going to dive on in.
Dive it in.
I love it. I'm ready. I've been so excited to tell you this since this morning. And there's just some cool shit in here. You know, it's one to where there's a legend, and then there's history.
Ooh.
And it's just like a good old mix.
Spicy.
Yeah. It's like a salad.
You know.
Oh, that spicy salad. Oh my God. Okay, so Ylang Ylang. I'm going to throw you with some, just some plant information.
Throw me some plant.
I'm going to throw it at you.
Right in my face.
All right, so its name, scientific name, is Cananga odorata.
Odorata.
Yeah, no, this whole thing's all about scent. It's also known as the Cananga tree.
Oh.
It's native to the Philippines, India, Indochina, Malaysia, Indonesia, Queensland, Australia.
Oh.
So that's kind of where it goes. It likes the warm, kind of moist tropical climates.
Moist.
The Cananga tree produces these very ridiculous flowers. They're really interesting. So they're about 2 inches long. So they're pretty big flowers. And they look like, so say that you open a banana peel, but you split the things you opened in half. So there's 8 big long yellow things.
Oh.
It's interesting. And it's bright ass yellow.
Yeah.
And the flowers are called Ylang Ylang. So this is really all about the flowers. And so the tree at times, because of that, is called the Ylang Ylang tree. Okay. Even though it is the Cananga tree.
Odorous.
Yeah. Cananga odorata.
Odorata.
Odorous.
Odorous. Odorata sounds like some Illuminati shit.
I know, doesn't it? So in the right climates, which it likes tropical, warm, moist climates, it can reach 60 to some people said 100 feet tall. So it can be it's a tree.
Fuck.
It's not a little shrubby.
It's not a shrubby dude.
Thing. Yeah.
We got a big bitch of a tree.
Yeah, we got a full blown tree. It's evergreen and it flowers all the time. And the flowers are, they're these large, bright, very interesting flowers, and they can be smelled at least from 30 feet away.
Oh, really?
Very potent smell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they're consistently loaded down with these small, olive-like little fruits as well, which aren't, widely used in food, but, you can eat them if you want to. They put off kind of a juniper or conifer type smell.
Okay.
So, in Tagalog, which is, one of the most used languages throughout the Philippines, the name translates to flower of all flowers. Or
shit.
Yeah, or flower of flowers. It's the
flower.
Yeah.
Wow.
And here's a legend about the Ylang Ylang flower.
Legend.
I've got a story time for you. Oh. Okay, so there's this married couple. And they were very fortunate. They had a lot of things. They were comfortable. However, they didn't have any children. And one night, the gods came to them in a dream and said, all right, we'll give you a child. We'll give you a daughter. But whenever she matures, no man can touch her ever.
The gods always have the weirdest stipulations.
Yeah, it's the catches are always oh.
What?
Why? So they named the girl Ylang, which means flower. And she grew, of course, to be just a real knockout.
Oh, yeah.
Just a perfect 10, She had a ton of suitors, but her parents had to basically guard her because due to her fucking rules, she can't touch a person, a male.
Okay.
Once she matured. And so she's matured now, and if a man touches her, that apparently something happens. The god said, don't do that. So one day, her parents were not home, and she went out to the garden to pick some flowers.
Oh, shit.
Well, up walks up this like young man who's just long been in love with her.
He's been watching.
Yeah, I know. Like
his whole parents are gone.
And I picture him as like, you know, in the original Halloween when he's leaning behind the hedges in this garden, he's just watching.
Ew.
Basically, he takes her hand and asks her to marry him. He's just like super infatuated, and she immediately turns into a tree.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah. And when, you know, remember her name was Ylang. Ylang.
Yeah.
And when she turned into it, you know, she turned into this tree with these highly fragrant flowers, and he then shouted, Ylang! Ylang! And it says that to this day he still does. From now until eternity.
Shout,
Ylang! Yeah. And so hence Ylang Ylang, because he's yelled. Yeah.
Is intense.
Yeah. There's that.
But I mean, I guess it says something that he was so in love with her that he is still shouting.
Yeah.
And he wasn't just like, that sucks, and moves on to some other...
I feel like he should feel partially responsible, because literally he touched her and she turned into a tree. If he doesn't feel at least kind of responsible, the dude's a real dick.
You know what? I kind of want him to be a bigger creep so I would feel less bad.
Yeah.
Like maybe he was just like peeping at her all the time, like waiting for her to be alone.
Peeping tomfoolery.
Because like he didn't just like take her hand and be like, will you bone me?
Yeah,
like,
he wanted to marry her.
He wanted to marry her and...
Will you bone me?
You know, as you do.
M'lady.
Will m'lady bone me?
Gross. Oh, gross.
Oh, man.
So, I wrote this, I took these notes and I was like, Charlie's gonna love the fuck out of this. So, the flowers are pollinated by night moths. So their scent is like strongest from dusk till dawn.
Yeah, baby.
And strongest at the morning, like dawn. And that's when the flowers are harvested.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically at sunbreak.
Right, okay.
Daybreak. And so that's when the flowers are picked. So the essential oil is rendered through distillation, which makes it different from a lot of like delicate flowers like jasmine, which is rendered like on a layer of fat. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the movie Perfume?
Yes. You cannot talk about distillation without me thinking of perfume.
Yeah. And so, you know, I had no idea about that storyline before I watched that movie. I was in college and my roommate just turned it on and I watched it and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Fucked up. But
2 hours of my life make no sense.
You'll be fucked up for a long time though.
Like it stayed with me. Like I still think back to that film every now and again and I'm like,
I'll think back to that ending scene.
I know. I had chills talking about it. Anyway, it's not done that way. It's not done through fat. It's done through water. Mm-hmm. So, which gets a higher yield that way. And just like, I think the flowers, they're just not as, they're giant too. Right. I mean, like jasmine flowers are teeny tiny. Yeah. It's a natural antidepressant. Oh. It helps to relieve anxiety and it just kind of induces this feeling of joy. Mm. It helps harmonize masculine and feminine energies. Oh, okay. Which is always good. Yeah. And helps align with the divine feminine. Mm. So it's highly effective when working with the heart and throat chakras, as it like instills clear vision, insight, and acceptance. One can kind of maneuver through high tension situations with it because you just kind of are like, rolling with it. Okay. You know, it kind of reduces that anxiety. It kind of just calms you down.
Whatever happens, happens,
and you can just roll with it. Okay. Which I think...
It turns you into the dude.
It turns you into the dude.
All right.
Yeah, which I think we all need.
Oh, yeah.
It helps one let go of the past. Okay. Past guilt, negativity, particularly towards yourself. Oh. Apprehension. Basically all of these things that are like a ball and chain. Jealousy, anger, things that hold you back. Okay. And so this oil is all about moving forward. It's all about breaking free of shackles and moving forward. Yeah. It helps really well for confidence, sexual insecurity, particularly with women.
See, and that's what I have always heard about this oil or this plant and however it's used, is I heard it was a very like it helped reduce frigidness.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the anxiety. Yeah. If you feel uncomfortable trying new things or whatever, it's kind of supposed to help you just be like, fuck it. I'm the dude. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. Well, long been worn by women in its flower form. Oh. As well as its oil. as an attraction element. It does have a really wonderful scent. It's super calming, physically even. Slows, like actually can slow your heart rate. Like not, dangerously, but like it can slow,
It kills you.
It can chill you out. Instills self-confidence.
Yeah.
Allowing one to kind of just shuck the negative shit.
Vibes, man.
Yeah, like it's just see yourself in a non-negative light.
Okay, cool.
It can help you move on from like paranoia even, particularly on like paranoia as a result of insecurities.
Okay.
Things like that. And can kind of help you, it just, once you can compartmentalize and file those things away, you can kind of go on your path to betterment, and it's kind of a tool for that, just to help you kind of be like, all right, I'm going to work through this. I'm going to quit doing this. Which in this time of spring cleaning, I think emotional spring cleaning should be involved with that.
Absolutely.
It's really good for those who are like physically or spiritually drained. It can be kind of brought back into alignment with it and kind of revive that spirit again. So here's some, to close, I have some miscellaneous Ylang Ylang information.
Oh.
Yeah. So historically, the beds of newlyweds were covered with Ylang Ylang flowers.
How fancy.
I know,
How
right?
lovely.
Chinese history, they would dab the oil on their winter garments before putting them away for the next year.
Oh.
So then they would pull them out the following winter and they would smell like bright, clean,
Have
warm
a nice
Ylang Ylang.
association. Very nice.
Yeah. And it would retain the scent because it's a strong ass scent.
Yeah.
Since it can, one thing I wanted to announce, since it can like actually physically lower your blood pressure, which it can, like there's some word of caution out there for people who have low blood pressure already.
Oh.
Just because it can, like with the calming aspect of it, actually lower your blood pressure.
Wow.
Yeah, like it has a physical effect, that and heart rate.
Shit.
Yeah. So the aromatherapy compounds in it, it's like it actually chills you out.
Holy hell.
It's known as the poor man's jasmine. So here we are with that.
Rude.
Yeah. The topic I covered last week. It's not really the same scent, but it's like a feminine, sexy floral scent. And I'll tell you about this sexy scent. It's a scent we're all familiar with, or at least a lot of us. I know you are, and you didn't know it.
Oh no.
I have some history for you.
Tell me.
In 1921, a gentleman named Ernest Beau was asked to create several perfume samples. A whole slew of perfume samples.
Is this going to be a famous perfume that we both like?
He presented them in 2 panels or like series.
Okay.
There were 10. All under the task of creating like the scent, like the one, whatever, like if you were to think of a woman, that's a woman's scent.
Okay.
And so that was his task. And one of his blends was Ylang Ylang, jasmine, and rose. It was the 5th sample in the series. And he was commissioned by none other than Coco Chanel. So Chanel number 5
Hell yeah!
is comprised of Ylang Ylang, jasmine, and rose.
Whoa!
Which, and if you think about that, think of those scents. That's a very attractive scent. There's a reason that, it has such an effect on people, is because of what's in it. I never knew.
Whoa.
Yeah, and in the 50s, it just absolutely took off because Marilyn Monroe was asked one day what she was wearing, and she said Chanel number 5. But yeah, so that's it's one of the most recognized and loved scents in the world.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, it did me too. And I know it's not necessarily witchy, but like it's neat, like I remember one of my first big girl purchases when I got a job, and I'm still living at home, but like it's money. I got myself a bottle of Chanel number 5, and I still have it. I still have a little bit left in it. And I love it. I always have. When
you were living not too far away and we would come see you, I would always steal a little squirt.
Were you? Did you really?
Because it was in your bathroom. I would always tell you when I came. Mm-hmm. It was like the first thing I said when I came out of the bathroom. I stole some of your Chanel.
That's right. I remember you would do
that.
But
I couldn't help it. It was sitting there. I was like, I should take a little.
It's wonderful. And it just lingers.
Oh, yeah. And those, I think that that kind of era of perfumes is my...
It is
hands down.
It's
favorite.
old lady scents, and I
old
could
lady
give a shit
scents.
less.
I mean, fucking Chanel number 5. My personal favorite is J'adore.
J'adore. I even love. I know it's not like as fancy. I love white diamonds.
I love white diamonds.
I love it.
I love white diamonds. I love freaking Charlie.
Red Door.
Red Door.
I love Red Door. Neat. But that's all I have. It's just like, I thought it was appropriate. And I think it's interesting that I've been so called to do it when it's about like spirit renewal, kind of emotional spring cleaning.
First of all, anything that has like a actual medical or a physical provable reaction within us. It really puts a fine point on it.
I like it.
Anyway.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
I want you to tell me a crazy story.
Okay, listen here. I really hope that this is as crazy to everybody.
You're about to let me down.
I hope not. Before we go any further,
you wanna
Patreon, Patreon,
Patreon,
Patreon. Shout out segment.
Oh,
today's Patreon shout out segment, or this episode is dedicated to, because we can't seem to land on one phrase, Cleona.
I really like that name.
Cleona.
Cleona.
Fucking hate that song.
I don't like it either. But it gets in my head sometimes.
But I will never hear it without.
Yeah, it's gonna be Cleona for the rest
Cleona.
of the Yep. That's the one.
I'm gonna jump into this wild ride of a story.
Okay, I'm ready.
And in a lot of these stories, all about spring deities or springtime in general, there's a lot of reoccurring themes that are very similar. Birth and rebirth and purity and fertility and stuff like that. But I mean, even think about the story of Jesus, the whole resurrection. Yeah. Resurrection is a big thing with a lot. And this is no different. But the twists you take to get there are just... okay, so I'm going to be talking about the Egyptian god Osiris. I'm going to keep my pronunciation page very handy. So Osiris is also known as Lord of the Underworld and Judge of the Dead. He goes by many, many names, including Winifred, the Beautiful One, the Lord of Love, King of the Living, and the Foremost of the Westerners.
Oh, that one's cool.
Yeah. And listen here, because the West... and ultimately, Westerners themselves were synonymous with those who have passed on.
Okay.
Which makes me think of Into the West.
The Undying Lands. Yeah.
Yeah. Into the West by Annie Lennox.
Into the West.
So powerful.
I love that song.
Makes me cry. All right,
Lay down. I'm done.
How does it...
soft and weary head.
So Osiris began to be worshipped as a god from 3150 BC.
Okay.
Ancient.
Yeah, he's been around the block.
He's been here a while. That much we know for sure. Like, that's a date that's pretty... However, it is suggested, there's some evidence out there that his worship began in some form or another as early as 6000 BC.
Damn it.
Yeah. Damn it. His name in its Egyptian form, Ursur, means powerful. And he's usually shown in the partial wrappings of a mummy in his depictions and carvings. Cool. With green or black skin. And this alludes to that theme of death and rebirth. So he's a partial mummy. He's not aliens. And aliens. He's not fully dead. He's not fully alive. He's a partial mummy. And the green and the black skin allude to the fertility theme. Macy's burning. Oh, get us some ASMR.
I'm trying.
Oh, baby.
Got some cedar action going. I'm just trying not to burn your house down.
I appreciate that. So the green and the black... And the way he's shown with green or black skin, it represents the fertility theme and the fertility of the Nile River.
Oh, neat.
The mud.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's that green, and it's really like that algae dark mud.
I can picture the color.
Just, that you know exactly that color of really rich mud bank.
Yeah.
So already, just in the way that he's depicted, we're already seeing those themes of spring, fertility, and rebirth and everything, which is just, it's almost heavy-handed.
Yeah.
In all of these stories. So despite being a god of the dead, and a ruler of the underworld, he was a gentle and fair god.
Oh, nice. That's refreshing.
Yeah, he wasn't like a Hades.
Yeah.
He was very kind and super generous. There's depictions of him being terrifying at times, sending demons to drag people to the underworld, but those are few and far between.
So he just had like a bad day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like most of these gods and goddesses, you're not going to find you're going to be hard pressed to find one that's like super good, chill all the time.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a little bit of the story of Caradwyn.
Yeah.
Like she's always, and she's nice and she is cooking shit up in her cauldron, but she like might chase you down and swallow you for small beefs.
They're like like chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Like it's like you might get a warning from your friends when you meet him for the first time. Like, hey, he's normally a chill dude, but like, don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Osiris represents gratitude, order, eternal life, which are also, interestingly enough, some of the most important values in Egyptian culture.
Okay, yeah, they were all about the eternal life.
Mm-hmm. Eternal life, and surprisingly, I didn't know this. I always think of like Rome, I guess, when I think of this, but law. He's considered the very first king of Egypt.
Oh, cool.
So a big deal. We're talking about a big deal.
There's a legacy here.
He's very important. He was super important to the ancient Egyptians. He was like the man for the ancient Egyptians. And I want to get into his legend now that we've talked a little about him, how he's depicted. And so the legend I'm going to tell you is one of the most important and the most commonly retold of Egyptian religious life. It's deeply, deeply rooted its way into the culture of Egypt. So here is the Osiris myth.
Oh, lay it on me.
After the world was created.
Oh, we're going way back. Let's start at the beginning.
And tell me if any of this sounds familiar to you. As the world was created, the earth and the sky, named Geb and Nut, respectively, who were not gods necessarily, but they were kind of like forces of nature that make up the world as we know it. I'm already thinking
Zelda.
That is exactly
it. Like when they do the Triforce, the Ocarina of Time, when you have like the earth and the water and the stone. Yeah. 100%.
One brings law to the land, like brought this. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm fucking thinking of. So anyway, Geb and Nut, or the earth and the sky, had 5 children. Osiris was first, then Isis, then Set, then Nephthys, and then Horus. So as the earth evolved on and humans began to kind of sprout up and they're making civilizations and coming together as a people, Osiris saw the need for the land to have law and order. Showing his generosity, he gave them law, he gave them culture, which, how is that just something you hand?
Don't develop your own, take this instead.
Here, you have culture now. He gave them religion, he gave them agriculture.
That's handy.
So he's really taking people from just these wildlings to an actual civilization. People began to absolutely flourish under his reign, or, reign, if you will. They were happy. Everybody was equal. Everybody was well fed. There was no starvation. There was no poverty and unhappiness. And, Earth was basically a paradise at this time.
That's nice.
Well, guess what?
Oh, it always ends.
A little bit of... This sparked a little bit of sibling jealousy.
Oh, God.
In Osiris' younger brother, Set.
God damn it, Set.
Oh, God damn it, Set. Set goes wild here in a minute. And he's the villain kind of in this story, at least. He might be one of my favorite people of all time.
Oh, jeez. Of course he is.
But no, just because he's so... Okay, wait. I just gotta I'm getting ahead of myself. So Set began to grow more and more angry every day until he's just fuming at the success that Osiris has and how much the people love him and worship him. So you can only imagine how pissed off he was. I'm sorry, I can't even keep a straight face. You can only imagine how pissed off he was when he discovered that his sister, but also wife, Nephthys, disguised herself as Isis, who was Osiris's wife, but also sister.
Great.
To get with him, and got knocked up.
Oh, no.
Set was not very happy about this. He's already pissed off, and then his woman goes and tricks him and gets knocked up with Osiris's baby.
The obviously better sibling.
Yeah. All right, so after Set discovers what had happened, he calmly went to, and this is how I picture it, he just like went to the hardware store, got some wood, went home, built an absolutely ornate, breathtaking, beautiful coffin.
Oh my God.
Which was exactly Osiris's size.
Oh, he's like, yeah, like he's not mincing any words with his actions.
He then, after this beautiful, like, I picture this, like, jewel encrusted.
Yeah, like a sarcophagus.
Gold, yes. Just banging coffin. Okay, so after he builds his coffin, he then invites everyone over to this just huge rager. Throws this gigantic party.
It's a good cover.
Where well, no, because he's not subtle at all. Because the coffin is just the absolute centerpiece of this party.
Of course it is.
Set up on display, and everybody's having a good time. They're drinking and having one of those old ancient parties that were more wild than anything we could ever imagine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So at some point, Set stops the party. I imagine him like tapping a little champagne glass, and he announces that he has a party game.
Oh my God.
And the game goes like this. Like, wouldn't it be fun, guys, if everyone took their turn lying in this coffin, and then, like, whoever it fits best can take the coffin home as a prize, and it'll be yours, and look how beautiful it is. And the ancient Egyptians, man, they're so, like, original goths. Like, because that was just their thing. They were just like, let's have this party in a fucking coffin, hell yeah. And it was like, everyone's taking this as normal shit. Mm-hmm. Like a guy, oh yeah, of course, he just made a beautiful coffin. Why not? For some reason, everybody goes for this. And everyone lines up and they start taking their turns lying down in it. So everyone's trying their luck with this beautiful coffin, and when it comes up to Osiris's turn, he kind of lumbers in and gets into it, and like a cartoony villain, Set like slams the lid of it down and fixes it closed.
I gotta ask.
Yes.
Does Osiris know that he knocked up his brother's, sister's, wife's, husband's?
I am not sure.
Okay.
I am not completely sure.
I like to imagine, I don't know, but I like to imagine he does. And he's just like at the party, just like...
And he's just like, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
man.
see, the thing is, she came to him disguised.
You know, I don't think he would have known it in the act, but... I wonder if he would have been like when he found out.
When he found out, he's like, yeah, that was me. So Set slams the coffin down and fixes it shut. And again, just my imagination with this story is going wild. I'm just picturing, like, you know, like at Bugs Bunny-esque, like he starts like in double time,
immediately
just starts like hammering the nails in, you know, and like he's like lifting off the ground. He hammers it all shut. He picks this coffin up and he just chunks it into the Nile. Just fucking throws it into the Nile. The coffin just kind of starts to sail away. He's now trapped in this coffin. He's being ushered down the Nile until it kind of banks up against a tree. And it's this huge tamarisk tree. And it begins to grow around the coffin.
Wow.
You know how you'll see like old bikes and stuff stuck in trees? Yeah. It starts to do
he's
that.
A god, so I mean, it's not like he's gonna die, I guess, in this coffin.
Here's the thing. It's completely stuck in this tree, and he's just he's
Set knew it was there. He was just watching it, being like, "I know you're in there alive, like you rat bastard."
And so only when and of course things work out this way. Only when it's unseeable. Like nobody happened upon it when it's half sticking out of the tree, and they're like, "Hey, look at this coffin." He's completely swallowed up by the tree, and then the king of Byblos comes by, Melkander, and his wife Astarte. Come walking by, and they fall in love with this tree. It's emitting this like sweet scent, and it's huge and beautiful. And he's a king, you know, and he just orders somebody to chop it down.
This tree.
Give me this tree. He orders it chopped down, taken back to his palace, where it is made into a pillar for his royal court to admire. So, yeah. And the whole time, nobody, like, accidentally cuts into the coffin and finds him. He's now trapped in a decorative pillar.
That's frustrating.
In a king's house, and nobody knows he's there.
That's maddening.
Yeah, and what's even more is it's kind of ironic that he's the one who brought the idea of law and kingship and stuff like that to the land, and now he's trapped inside of this thing he's created. He stays in that coffin until he dies. And like you said, he's a god. Imagine how long it takes to kill a god.
That sucks.
He has been in this coffin for... How long does it take a huge tree to do that? I mean, hundreds upon hundreds of years. I was thinking,
yeah, like at least 100 years.
At least. So in the meantime, Osiris's wife, but also sister, Isis, has been searching for him high and low. And the whole time she's dressed herself up as an elderly woman, I guess so she can walk among the people and find things out. And she's not just like, I'm a goddess, you know. And she eventually makes her way to Byblos. And she's seen one night, she just gets frustrated and she's on the bank of the Nile and she's sobbing and she's just like wailing for her lost husband. It's been, I guess,
and he's
hundreds
in a
of years.
Goddamn pillar somewhere.
He's in a pillar, but she's in the same place now. She's in Byblos now. And she's just wailing and crying on the bank, the shore bank. And a young woman was actually nearby bathing in the river. The young woman took pity on this crying old woman, so she thought, and invited her to the palace because this young woman happened to be like a maid at the palace. Okay. Isis accepts and she goes with there, and while she's there in her time here at the palace, because she of course kind of talks her way into staying there, she becomes like a nursemaid for the king and queen's young sons. And her time there, being just a sharp as a whip, she figures out what's going on. I don't know how. God sense. Maybe she knows she's close or something. And she decides to take the youngest son of the king and queen and puts on this big show of attempting to make this kid immortal by bathing him in fire.
That seems like the reverse of the dunk witch test.
I'm gonna make you immortal by fire. The queen sees her trying to bathe her son in fire, and she flips out, as you do. Isis then reveals herself to be the goddess. The queen pleads with her, and she says, please spare me, spare my child, and if you do that, you can have anything you want from us. Which, she's a goddess. She could, I don't understand why she didn't just take it. And she had to put on this big scary show. I guess it's more dramatic. She seems like maybe she's a little dramatic.
As a fair for
She's
drama.
got a little, and as soon as she's like, if you stop, you can have whatever you want from us. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll stop. Give me that pillar. I want that pillar. And they're like, yes, take it. Go. And they give her this pillar and they kick her the fuck out.
Wow.
So Isis takes this giant pillar and just hauls it away from the kingdom, cuts it open, finds Osiris's body inside of it, which, I mean, this whole story...
After all of that time, that would suck.
Jesus. This paints her as the most bad bitch. I mean, she is so cool, and it gets even better. So she hauls him away, cuts into the tree, finds his body, and then she hides him because she knows she doesn't want Set to figure out what has happened. She hides him in the swamps of this town.
So I guess Set is still mad after
Set's
like 300
still pissed off.
years.
Yeah.
He's still got a bee in his bonnet about this whole situation.
Well, it's about to get worse because fucking Isis decides it'd be a great idea to get their sister, Nephthys. Hey, help me hide his body from Set. I don't want Set to come and hurt him further or do anything that I can't fix. I'm going to fuck off for a while and I'm going to go gather herbs and I'm going to gather things to make ointments and potions that I can bring him back to life with. So she leaves him in Nephthys' care. However...
Yeah, that's not the smartest decision.
No, it's not. Because pretty quickly, Set persuades Nephthys to tell him what's going on.
Great.
You picked the worst person to do this.
Old beefs here.
And he immediately gets her to tell him what's going on. So he goes to his brother's body that was not guarded at all by Nephthys.
I'm sure it wasn't. There was like fucking Snow White just like propped up somewhere in the woods.
Yeah, just there. And she's sitting there with like a neon sign like, here he is. So Set goes to him, chops his body up into a ton of pieces, and scatters them all over Egypt and all into the Nile. So he's distributed these little chunky beefy bits of Osiris everywhere.
He's chummed the Nile.
With
Osiris's body part.
So Isis returns to see what has happened while she was gone, and she has a brief moment of grief and shock.
And then rage.
But then, no. Serial killer calm.
Oh, that's worse.
That's worse. She takes on this air of serenity, and she just calmly gathers up the pieces of his body.
How does she find them all?
She just goes and finds them, and it takes God knows how fucking long. And she's got all the time in the world, and she's got all the stuff she needs to make this potion to bring him back to life. So she's just, I gotta do what I gotta do. She goes and finds all of his body.
I will handle you later.
She's just, like when your mom is like, I'll come back to this, but I have stuff to do right now. So
this is almost a story about Isis.
and it makes me very excited to cover her in the future.
Got a hell of a motor.
Hell yeah. But you know what? She doesn't really think things through. I think she has, I knowing nothing about her, and I could be totally wrong, I think she either has a really poor judge of character, or she is overly trusting and overly forgiving, because she asks her sister Nephthys.
Stop.
Yeah.
What is wrong?
She asks her sister to help her pick up the body parts, but hey, at least she knows this. She does not allow Nephthys to pick up his danger. She's allowed to gather all the body parts she wants, but do not touch his danger.
Wow. Hey, I get it. Last time she did, all of the problems were started.
I'm not really sure if she didn't want her, like, wild-ass sister to have his little peenie, or if it was solely the fact that, and this is the part I wanted to get back to, when Set was scattering the body parts everywhere, his little peena was one of the things thrown into the river, and then it was then eaten by fish.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, though.
Sure. So after getting all of his body back together...
So, wait a minute.
No, I'm... yeah.
I have questions.
Yeah, go.
So, who rebuilt the peena from the fish?
From the fish. I don't know.
And how is this fish still alive? And how many fish are there? Like, I'm very confused.
I like to imagine that he threw all the body parts in, and then a fish ate it, but
one big fish just ate the whole thing whole.
I guess.
Because otherwise, if it was nibbled by, like, little fish...
You're not putting it
back together.
And I'm gonna guess that they don't really decompose the same way humans do, and maybe, like, the fish couldn't digest it, so Isis just had to, like, rip open a fish and pull a dick out. So
that's what makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a bass or something, like a big fish just, like, ate the whole penis.
Sentences you never thought you would have to say. Okay, so eventually Isis gets all the body parts back together, and she's able to raise Osiris from the dead. The second he's alive again, the millisecond he takes breath, she turns herself into a kite.
Okay.
Flies up in the air, flies around his body, surrounds him and her little kite body, draws the seed out of his body.
Jesus.
Becomes pregnant with their son, Horus, which we just both kind of had to look this up for a little bit, because Horus is listed as a sibling, but also as the child of Osiris and Isis. So I'm not sure. There does seem to be sometimes different names for different ages and stuff like that. But they did have a child, and it was Horus. So she becomes pregnant with Horus, and when she gives birth, she's terrified of Set, I guess, as you would be for eternity. She's terrified that Set is going to be jealous of the child, and she's scared of what he will do to her. So she hides him again in the swamps, like where she hid her husband.
Dude.
Right? And until she hides him in the swamps until he's grown. And boy, did Horus grow up. He grows up to be this like powerful, awesome beefcake warrior. Just comes storming out of the swamp, just this full-grown man, and goes to like battle with Set and ultimately control of the world, because when Set murdered,
that makes sense.
All right, or Osiris, everything kind of goes to shit because Osiris was the one keeping the world together. And that story in itself is just as wild. And I'm going to save that for the future because I cannot, if I talk about it now, we'll be here for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So because of this whole ordeal, Osiris he's technically living again, but once dead can never be the same in this world. He was not considered whole anymore and he could not rule. At least not over the living humans. So this is when his reign of the afterlife began. And he adopted the name Lord and Judge of the Dead. So that's the story of Osiris. And I was so excited because there's just so much there.
There's a lot of family dysfunction.
There's so much family dysfunction. And I want to point out there's a couple of things that are interesting, but they didn't really fit in the story. When Nephthys disguises herself and she goes and gets knocked up by Osiris, the child she conceives with him is actually Anubis. So
interesting.
That's where that comes from.
Okay.
And then also these fucking fish, this dick-eating fish.
I want to hear about these cock-eating fish.
This was the reason that they were forbidden to be eaten in ancient Egypt.
I like to imagine that they don't want to catch one and fillet it just because they're going to find like a god's schwanz in the fish.
So for like thousands of years, they were like, don't. They're just terrified of finding a cock in this fish. So Osiris, going back to outside of his legend and just kind of about him as a god, he's tied to the mythical bird, the Bennu, which is the inspiration for the phoenix in Greek mythology. It's all about rising from the ashes and that rebirth. Again, that theme of resurrection, all of that coming into play again. And I had no idea that the phoenix was like inspired by, I mean, I guess everything really is kind of inspired by something that came before it, but that the idea of the phoenix was from something much, much older.
Yeah.
And that this is his spirit, basically.
That's cool.
And his whole story is this resurrection and being redeemed and coming back. And even though you may not be the same as you were before, you kind of take what you have now and you claim it. And it's, that it's yours now and you make a name for it. And it doesn't have to be, he didn't become this gloom and doom. I'm the king of the dead.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I miss everything. He just was like, I'm the Lord and the Judge of the dead.
Yeah. And
I'm going to end with a little bit of a quote, a little bit of a prayer.
Oh.
A little bit of an honoring to Osiris. And buckle in, it's a little long. To Osiris, who is Lord of the dead, I offer my praise. Osiris, first son of the earth and starry sky. Beloved of Isis, who is mighty in magic.
I'll say.
I know. Father of Horus, who wears the double crown. Osiris, who rules in the great duat. I pray to you, O best of gods.
Oh, okay.
O best of kings. So long ago you sat enthroned in the land of the light. So long ago you fell into the blessed Nile, were immersed and torn into many parts.
Oh, yeah.
So long ago did Isis and Nephthys gather you together again and return you to your breath. And yet once dead, so you must remain in the underworld. Osiris, bearer of the crook and the flail, well honored, in Abdos and in Bersis, Lord of the Black Land, I pray to you, I honor you in all ways.
Wow.
Is that not fucking cool?
That's a hell of a prayer.
So that's a little, if you do feel like this resonates with you and this theme of resurrection, especially in this time, like maybe you do need to call on a little bit of that coming back to life energy, and maybe that little prayer can help you kind of focus up a little bit on it and bring him into your world a little bit. I'm sure he'd be happy to be there. I'm sure he'd be happy to be anywhere that's not like inside of a fish
or in a coffin
for hundreds of years in a tree
or a pillar. It's a weird story.
I
like it though. Wow.
My favorite part is the balls on set.
Yeah.
To throw this party and basically just murder your brother in front of everybody.
You know who I'm like picturing? I'm picturing him as Leonardo DiCaprio as like a Mr. Candy or Candy, like in Django Unchained. Like, like weirdly cheery kind of, and like he's all dappered up and he's having this party and then he just fucking snaps.
Yeah.
So, like,
and he's just a terror, but like still somehow charismatic.
Yeah, it's like, that's who I'm picturing. I'm picturing like,
That's kind of perfect.
what was him? Calvin Candy, whatever his name is. Yeah, that's who I'm picturing.
Ooh, and those teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Macy, turn on the stove. Get out a pot. And roll that beautiful.
I'm ready for them to sue us.
We're gonna get a cease and desist from, what is it? Bush's Beans?
Bush's Beans. Throwing down the law for a witch podcast. We just want to roll our beautiful bean footage.
We just now they're definitely gonna sue us.
Now they're gonna sue us.
I can just imagine in a boardroom, some dude storms through the doors and he's like, guys, we gotta do something.
We've got a situation here.
Somebody's rolling footage that's not beans.
Oh, my eyes are burning.
I know, me too.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh boy.
We have a review. This was by Emily Foxmoon.
Oh.
It's titled, Yes, Just Yes.
Oh.
And I like it.
Indeed.
I've been trying for so long to find something informative about witchcraft that doesn't sound like they're forcing something they don't believe. This is that place. Hilarious and informative. I can't stop listening. Thank you.
Well, thank you. That means so much. I'm sorry that you can't stop listening. That sounds like a problem.
Yeah, you're just like all night. I
just can't stop. It's the same episode over and over. Emily Foxmoon.
I like that name.
Thanks, man.
We gotta talk about the Witchy Bazaar.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be Witchy Bazaar. What, number 4?
4. Yeah.
Oh.
There was 1 at the Tin Panther, 2 at the Hive, and this will be the 4th. And it's at a different location, and I can't remember.
Shipping and receiving bar.
It's supposed to be bigger this time.
Really?
Yeah, from what I've seen. Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's on 420. And it's going to be a real good time.
A real good time. We will definitely be there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you once again for tuning in.
To the WBH
podcast.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work. Let's get out of this room. My eyes fucking stink.
I feel like my eyes are going to run out of my head.
We run out of tequila for our margarita.
Oh, God.